everyone, this is Priya. You are watching the Leviosa Reader. We are going to discuss about the novel We by Yevgeny Zamyatin. This novel is a revolutionary one and a trendsetter because We was published in Russia during USSR days. This was the first novel that was banned by the Soviet Union. In terms of society, this is revolutionary. In terms of literary world, this is the first novel that brought this concept of dystopian into existence. Yes, we are going to talk about the world's first dystopian novel. Let's talk about the plot. This novel happens in the futuristic state. It's called One State. The country called One State defeats all the nations by war and conquers the entire world. This happens in the 13th century. So what happens is that this country imposes strict rules to all the citizens of the world or the people of the world. Each and every movement of the citizens are governed or monitored by the state authorities. One state is ruled by the benefactor, and the police force or the military kind of force is called guardians of the bureaucrats. They are the people who watch the citizens' each and every move. Nobody has a name here. Everybody lives in a house made of glass, so that this mass surveillance is possible. Imagine you live in a house where everything is made of glass. Everyone can watch what you're doing, right from going to the loo, or right from sleeping, or right from having your private physical life. Everything gets governed by this country. In fact, when people have to walk and how they have to walk, when they have to eat, and who can do what, everything is governed by mathematical equations. So if in that one state, if you see at any point of time in road, you will see people walking at certain angles to each other. They only do the march fast, they don't do the normal walking. So if you ask me like, hey, imagine some 4 people are walking in the road, what happens when the 5th person walks in the road? How will they how will they maintain this mathematical equation? Here is the catch: nobody can walk into the road or do anything of their own. Everything is governed by the equations, and all the citizens have a chart prepared and given to them, and whether or not they are following this is governed by the state. I don't know if I'll be ever willing to live in such a condition, but the thing is, all the citizens were very proud of how they are living and how their lives are governed by this mathematical equations, and they are happy or they are totally satisfied with the way they are living. The protagonist is a mathematician. His name or the number is D503. He is instrumental in building this mass surveillance building and this mathematical equations. He is very much happy with the way he is living, adhering to the rules, especially to this mathematical equations. Now that one state has conquered the entire world, okay, now they are planning to build a spaceship so that they can go out and conquer aliens if there are any. Basically, they want to expand this one state to outer space as well. So when the story goes as is, D503 has a girlfriend who is set up by state itself. So in that state, there is this rule: women below certain height cannot have babies. Okay, and women or men of certain height and traits cannot have babies. So everything is governed by the state. So this mathematician living his life happily till he meets whom, and what he does next. Was he able to revolt against the state? Did he change his mind? So what happens after that particular point where this mathematician meets a so-and-so person? What happens? You have to read this novel to know more, because I don't want to spoil the novel further. Now coming to the pros and cons of the novel. The things that are I consider pros are, it's a pure dystopian novel. So if you are a dystopian fan, you will love this novel. Now coming to the cons. This is a Russian language novel. So like any other non-English novel, it depends upon the translator whether you will like the narration or not. Since we have come across a lot of dystopian novels with other genres combined, a slight not so powerful translation will make you get bored with this novel. Cons number 2. You will like it only if you like dystopian genre. Like people who tolerate dystopian world because this post-apocalyptic or another type of genre interests them, they won't like it.